Get up in here. Get up in here. Get up in here. Get up in here. And pay me some what? Attention. This is Saturday evening talk, right? We're a couple hours off, but you know, it's still happening. So we up in here. I hope a lot of y'all are getting a notification. I noticed on my page, I technically didn't get a notification until the next day that the live was happening, albeit I had asked it to notify me. So if you are one of those people, don't worry, you're going to get the message right on time for you, for you, for you. This is Big Kid Sunday, and y'all know I'm always feeling like a big kid. I got a lot of responsibilities this week, so I've been trying to hold one, but I did sneak off and go camping already. I mean hiking. I went hiking. And so I got in a good hike, and I feel good this week. So let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before I get too far into this thing, because y'all already know. Ooh, if you're in here. God is God with or without you. That's the title of the video. God is God with or without affirming, okay, or approval. Get up in here. How you doing, honey love? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sunday, here we go. I'm assuming you letting me know that you can hear me, and that's me. I'm going to go with this talk. So, God is God with or without you. A lot of times people that I have found on this journey are a little disillusioned with God. Okay, they just can't. They think they God, ain't no God. The church is God, Jesus is God, everybody's God but God. So let me tell you something. On this page, when I talk about God, I'm talking about the one and only God. Okay, God is light. Light. That's it. Nothing else, nothing. It ain't no man, no woman, no cat, no dog, or nothing. Now, the light gives life to everything else. So that's how you have man, woman, cat, dog, trees, birds, and bees. Okay, now unless you can create all of that, you are not God. Okay, you may be a byproduct of God. But God exists without you. So even if you decide on this journey, fuck it, I'm going to do what I want to do, what you can do. God is going to be God irregardless. A lot of people, they get into religion and they find out that in the church there are liars, thieves, adulterers, molesters, pedophiles, creeps exist in the place where you are first introduced to God. And so this, for a lot of people, can lead to disillusionment. Okay, and right now a lot of us living in disillusionment about what is God. And so you got people, I'm God. Yeah, okay, I know. And I find a trend with these people, right? They be God until things go bad, and then God ain't no good. You heard what I'm saying? So God is God with or without you. Now, in spite of, if 1 million people on the planet decided that they didn't believe in God, okay, God gonna still be God. So for the one that stay the believer, they get the promises, right? Be the one that is the believer. Well, not even believer. That's the wrong term. Be the knower, the seeker, the understander, the overstander, the innerstander. That God is God with or without you. Okay? So, God don't need your approval to be God. God don't need your approval to do nothing. God don't need the minister's approval, the bishop, the apostle, the what was that other term they got, the usher, the deacon, none of that. But God is God all the time. So when y'all leave these religions, make sure that y'all not throwing away God with the religion. Okay? Make sure when you find out that Minister Jeffries, that been the head of your church for the last 30 years, is a pedophile, that you remember that God is still God. In spite of minister being a man. You understand? A lot of us fall victim to and are conditioned to be separated from God because it's a trap. I don't speak hola. I do know hola. Hi. So I know that. But the rest of what you're saying, me no comprende. Poquito español. Okay, I understand mucho, dinero, hola, ¿cómo está? Yeah, but poquito español. If you are a person on this journey and you trying to get up out of here, I'm gonna tell you now, you need God, but God don't need you. Like, you need God, but God don't need you. So you can try to flake it and play it and try to halfway do it, but here go the thing: God is always gonna find somebody to fulfill your contract. Okay, just gonna make another one and send it. So you can be what you came here to be if you can clean up your heart and get it prepared to receive that which is God. Okay, now if you do that, now you live in a magical life. But if you are caught in bitterness, anger, resentment, guilt, shame, apathy, anything of that low vibration, it's hard to receive God or believe God, because everything that you are experiencing has created your belief. And this is why I don't believe in God. I had a young man ask me a couple weekends ago, or probably last weekend, I think it was last weekend, if I believe in God. And my answer to him is no. And my answer to every person is no. I do not believe in God. Okay? What you believe changes from day to day. Okay? Most people watching this believe that the earth is round. But if you do enough research and look and do some critical thinking, you will come to the conclusion that it is flat. Okay? So what you believe can change if you are open to it. And see, as a seeker of God, we have to be open. We are open vessels. So yes, I know God, but I don't believe. Because see, what you believe, if you believe God, then the moment your heart get broken, the moment that your friends betray you, the moment you don't have no money, the moment you don't know where your next meal coming from, you will no longer believe that God is real. The moment you are hit with some kind of tragedy that shakes your life in a way that you could never imagine, imagine this shit, you will definitely stop believing. And see, among non-believers, that's the thing, is they all got a logical reason why they don't believe. I ain't met one person that was a non-believer that didn't have a rational, logical reason why they didn't believe. Okay? They have seen the corruption in the church. They've experienced the corruption within the government. They have seen the filth within their own families. They have seen the destruction within their own communities. They've experienced the poverty that is their life from oppressors. And so these people have reason not to believe. But if you know, if in those moments when you're under the claw of the oppressor, when you're in the darkness of despair, when you're in that hall of corridor of hell that you cannot find hope, when you remember that God is God, irregardless of anything else, you understand that everything else is secondary to unnecessary. So, a friend of mine mentioned to me earlier today about manifesting. Okay, manifesting. Like, you know, how to follow this person's guide and that person. Listen, and I said, that's a bunch of bullshit. It's bullshit. I tell y'all, it's bullshit. Okay, manifesting, you're always doing. There's no magic to manifesting. Here is the magic to manifesting. Is if you want your manifestations to change, you must alter the vibration within you so that you align to the frequency that is God, which is love. It's the highest frequency on the planet. And so if you can't get there because you got anger in your heart, you got frustration in your heart, you got pain in your heart, you got disappointment in your heart, you got regret, you got all of this filth, okay, it makes it hard to meet the requirement necessary to manifest for yourself a life of abundance, a life of fruitfulness, a life of giving and receiving in a high frequency. So we all manifesting, but I think I did a video earlier that talked about manifesting from dark places. So if you depressed, okay, and you doing some manifestation ritual, okay, all you're going to manifest is more darkness because you're in darkness. And so this is what is dark magic. witchcraft. You are inverting, you are using energy in an inverted way. Now you got nonsense, chaos. Now you're broke. Now the money ain't coming. Now you can't hear the voice of God. That is what's going on. Happy Sunday to you, Shayna. How are you? To Lark Sar, I would love to know what you're saying. You're going to challenge me to translate all of this. But I hope you ain't trying to play with me, because you're going to understand that I don't got no mind, and I don't mind. So here we go. God is still God with or without you. God is still God with or without religion. God is still God with or without affirming. God is still God if we believe or don't. Okay? How about that shit? And now imagine that. Imagine that you wouldn't have a heartbeat without it being a God. Because you wouldn't. Okay? Getting to the place of being able to manifest abundance, peace, joy, prosperity, good connections, healthy love relationships, healthy friendships. That is in you raising your vibration. There's no second, third, fourth route to it. Okay, it's one road only, and that's the highest version of you. Whatever that path is, you have to walk it. That means you have to forgive what did not. Good night to you. See, so you do understand English. Yeah, you trying to play with me. You have to walk in your purpose in order to get to where you're going and fulfill your destiny. There is work you got to do. It ain't going to just pop out into your... Okay? And whether you decide to do it or not, guess what? God going to still be God. But imagine this. You can't bargain with God, because God has no respect for person. So you can have a good personality, you can be funny, you can be sexy, you can be charming, you can be intelligent, you can be rich, you can be, sexy, you can be all of that, but it ain't gonna get you in. And the key is to get back home. That's all of our job here. So it don't matter if you done been to the lowest of lows, okay? From that low, you are meant to project yourself up through so that you can change other people. So, how you gonna get on that road? By knowing yourself, understanding yourself, seeking out your contract, and fulfilling it in order that you may be of delight to God. Yeah. But if you just down here fucking off, which you can be, I told y'all the other day, y'all could buy y'all a slice of heaven. They got them $100. The Christian church is selling them. You could go buy you some. Okay? Go Google it. Find the church. They sell the slices of heaven, and you can get you some. But for those of you who truly want to ascend on this journey, to break the bondages of hell that have been trapped, our aunties, our uncles, our grandmothers, our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our neighbors. We have to choose the highest road. And that road will undoubtedly make you the talk of the town, a little comedian. People want to poke fun at you and play with you, All of that's going to happen. But if you commit to you, all of it becomes secondary to unnecessary, because at the end of the day, you remember and recognize that God is God, irregardless of approval. So if God tells you to go out and build some big old homestead, to house homeless children, God is going to make a way for that, irregardless of whether the bank approved you for it, whether the person who owned the property agreed to sell it to you, whether you can understand it or receive it in the moment that it's told. It's going to happen, because that's God's thing, and God is God, irregardless of anything else. So the next time you, or if for those people who watch me who are a little offended by my usage of the term God, my heart goes out to you, because I understand what it's like to be in that place. Life has disillusioned you. Life has put you in a place where you can't even believe let alone seek to know God. And that is the devil's greatest trick. Yeah. And it's carried out through the church. It's carried out through our schools. It's carried out in our communities. It's carried out in the news. It's carried out everywhere. Because see, it ain't cool to walk around and say, I believe in God and I'll commit my life to God. I don't really care what y'all doing over there. No, I don't want to come to y'all barbecue because I got to hear God today. That's not really cool. Okay, you're going to be seen as a nutcase. Why would God be talking to you? I heard people say God don't talk to mankind no more. Those people under Peter. Okay, so they are studiers of Peter. Okay, and then they're like, yeah, I love Jesus. You can't. You can't. You're missing the message. But anyway, we ain't going to even talk about that today because God is still God, irregardless. Okay, and so it's up to you to be you, irregardless, because you made a contract to God to come and do all that you're here to do. So you can listen to your friends, you can listen to your neighbors, you can even listen to, I have people that listen to their own stinking thinking, right? They just sit around and just tell themselves fucking lies all day long. And here's the thing, if you are an overthinker, you ain't intelligent, let me tell you that. No, you're not, okay? And if you unsubscribe or don't like me, good. Tell your mother, your sister, your father, your cousin, and auntie, and uncles, and the pastors, and the preachers, and the lawyers, and the doctors, and the police to get up in here. Especially the preachers. Because this is the truth. The whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God, long as this thing keep on spinning, twisting, or twirling, whatever it's doing. But let's understand that God is God, irregardless of whether we fulfill our contract or not. So just imagine you decide in your humanness that you're too cool to do what God wants you to do. Or you want to fit in with your people, so you're going to keep doing what they doing, and you're going to ignore God. And then the day of darkness comes, and you find your ass stuck. Well, because you didn't do right. Imagine that. So, don't leave God trying to be God or be rebellious against earthly organizations. Next is it's a nice storm brewing out there. That breeze feels good though. Spirituality. A lot of people leave the church and jump into spirituality, and they have broken up with God. This is a dangerous thing. Okay, very dangerous. Spirituality without God is dangerous. It's more dangerous than being a gangster with no gun or no gang. Okay? And you don't stand a chance. Okay? You will be chewed up and spit out so fast, so many times, by so many entities, that it's going to be even harder to become a believer. And so this is what helps people to get even further away from God. Because in this spirituality thing, which exists without religion, okay, people have began to humanize it and put their own thing on it. It's a trend to open your third eye. Well, if you open your third eye without balancing your heart and the rest of your chakras, you're going to be exposed to some demons. Okay, you're going to be rolled by ain't no telling what. So, don't leave God trying to be God without understanding or knowing God. Because it's going to be more hell than it is heaven. And then get what? You ain't going to believe, let alone come to know. Because you'll just be further disillusioned. You'll buy into what's trendy. You'll give way for the rhetoric of others' cultural beliefs and systems that have nothing to do with you. Okay, I hear people repeat stuff that other people said because somebody else said it, and they don't even understand it. Okay, oh God, well Jesus say that God is inside of you, but the same person to say they don't believe in Jesus. So how you repeating what somebody said that you don't even believe ever fucking existed? And then furthermore, how can you adopt such an idea and principle without the overstanding and understanding of what that meant? What was he saying? What made him different from everybody else? How do you become different from everybody else? But if you just, it sounds good because it's a good defense to throw out there to support your egoistic decisions, then okay. And then those people live godless. Don't live godless because God is going to live with or without you. God is going to be with or without you. So, hello, pretty simple. You can have the best vessel ever, the greatest mind. But if your heart ain't clean, you ain't getting up out of here. You can't go back home. You've aborted your home. You breached your contract. So the next time you sitting somewhere and you decide to do what you want to do, but that's what we be doing. We be doing what we want to do. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? I in no way sit before you guys on this camera perfect. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all now. I am a royal fucker. Well, I have been. The current version of me now in self-awareness stands accountable to myself and thereby valuing and respecting myself so I can see and discern. However, the reckless young version of me didn't have that privilege. Well, I had the privilege, I had the access to it, but I had to grow into it. And if along that way, imagine if I'd have left God. Boy. I'm going to tell you now, I've been left by everybody. My mama, daddy, dog, siblings, lovers, friends. God ain't never left me. Okay? People, well, how you know God? I'm going to tell you how you know God. You want to get to know God? Listen to the little voice. When you lay down, and I've heard people say, oh yeah, me. So egoistic. The little voice that you hear when you lay down, that's God. Talking to you, downloading to you. Now what you do with it is your business. How you operate in it is your choice. Because you do have free will and you can just wake up the next morning and you're like, fuck all of that. I know it told me to leave Tyrone motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? I know it told me to go do some volunteer work in my community, but I need money. I know it told me to leave Tyrone, but hell, I've been with him for 50 years and he's been kicking my ass the whole time. I may as well stay. I know that I should be leaving this church because the pastor done fucked all of the girls in the congregation and he been using my money to fund his adulterous affairs, but I'm going to stay because I'm committed to this church. I know that I should leave this neighborhood because it's going down. There's nothing but murder, crime, and sadness around me, but I'm going to stay because my grandmother's grandmother lived here, and so I'm going to just keep living here because this is where I've been all my life. If you can relate to any of that in any capacity, ask yourself, how did it serve those people that you are so loyal to? Did it ever liberate them? Did it ever make them the greatest version of themselves? No, it didn't. And so why the fuck would you do it? You know what I'm saying? And quit playing with yourself. God is still God, irregardless of if we believe or not. God can't be debated. There's no debate to have. So when people try to debate me about God, there's no debate to have. I'm a bottom line you. Okay, because until any person on this planet can show me the electrical connections to your heart, it ain't nothing to discuss. A doctor can't do that, and they're smart. The doctor tells me to take these blood pressure pills 5 times a day, and I've been doing it for the last 7 years. And today my blood pressure is 700 over 62,000, and I don't know what the fuck going on. But the doctor said, if I don't eat no pork, y'all understand what I'm saying, right? And God's still God. That's why we see it every day. Doctors be like, oh, they're going to die in 3 days. Person be still alive 3 years later. Okay, the person who raised me, she was supposed to be dead at 5. Okay? She was raising me at 60. So when God has an assignment for you, oh, you gonna carry it out, kicking and screaming or not. I'm always encouraging you to choose your path. Why? Because when you choose it, you get to embrace the privilege of it, the wonder of it. The growth in it makes you more confident, powerful, more authoritative, definitely more faith-filled. I'm gonna cut this video short today because God gonna still be God whether I talk to y'all for 3 hours, 30 minutes, or 45 days. God gonna still be God. And for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying, test it out. Choke yourself. Because until God say you leaving, you're gonna be here. You can't turn off the system. Because God is God. With or without you. I'm the Polish Saint. It's been a pleasure delivering this video today. I am sitting, obviously, in my remodeled room. If you didn't get to see it, somebody asked me today, maybe they missed my last live video, and when she said it, I was thinking like, no, I did actually. Well, when she said it, I was like apologetic, and then afterwards, I was like, no, I did. I actually did update you guys because I showed you guys the room. And so, we are completing the bathroom right now. So, keep your eyes open to see what it turns into and what happens when the saint puts creativity in my hands to work. I love y'all. Make sure that you go out today. Uh-oh, hold on. Go out today and find some kind of way to make yourself happy. Oh, I know I got something to share with y'all. Listen. I'm a little tweaked up and geeked up. Hold on. Rain start coming in on me. Rain start. I love you back, Shayna. Listen. Look what I got. Look at that. Look at that. These keys to my vault doors. They got that. Them gonna open some big doors. Right? It's open door season. Matter of fact, that's what I'm about to bust on when I get over here. Open door season by Dietrich Haddon. But make sure that y'all go out. Find some kind of way to connect to the inner child in you. Love on that person. Give it what it needs. And remind it that God is still God in spite of the nastiness of this planet. I love y'all. I hope this message inspires somebody to remember the greatness within you in spite of where you might be today or when you look at this video. Remember you are way valuable. You so valuable, boy, I'm going to tell you right now. It's a whole conspiracy to get you not to be you. And that's why I'm always encouraging you to be the most authentic version of you because guess what? Without God, you can't be that in the greatest form. I love you. Make sure that you give some love to someone today, especially if it's someone difficult. If that someone is you, do it a little extra. Share the video with a friend, a family member, a lover, I don't care, somebody. And get up in here, pay me some attention. I gotta get back to work or this project won't be done before my family arrives. Make sure that y'all like the video. Like the video, hit the like button so a couple other people can see the video and know that I exist because guess what? This is gonna be a slow climb, but I'm going to the top. I love y'all. Peace and wellness to you. Make sure that you stay positive. Great week to you all. I'm gonna be dropping a video in the next couple days, so make sure that y'all stay alert to such. Like I said, I love y'all, love you. Sending you peace and wellness, praying for your prosperity and good health. Take care.